The line "now the tiger is free" from Fargo Season 5 will stick in viewers' minds for a while, especially in light of Ole Munch's unexpected decision in Episode 9, titled The Useless Hand. Dot's life is turned upside down when her troubled past reappears to haunt her. The corrupt North Dakota sheriff, Roy Tillman, is a part of that past, but Ole Munch, the bizarre and dangerous criminal played by Sproul, who has grudges against both Dot and Tillman, isn't far behind. But Dot's fate in Fargo Season 5, Episode 9, takes some unexpected turns. In the opening of the episode titled The Useless Hand, there's a bit of payback in store for the cocky Deputy Gator Tillman. Munch is out for revenge following the accidental death of his mama by the hands of Gator. But interestingly, he avoids taking a life. According to Sproul, who spills the beans to TV Insider, Ole Munch is quite reminiscent of the Old Testament. Ultimately, Ole Munch seemingly uses a scorching hot knife to gouge out Gator's eyes, a moment spared from the viewer's gaze, thankfully. Breaking it down, Sproul says this eye for an eye thing is all about settling debts, a theme taken to its extreme in this episode. And it's also a way of keeping Roy Tillman in check. It also adds a bit more insult to the injury of his already disappointing son, tagged as the useless hand. He's stuck with a son who's an even bigger headache, Sproul spills. Plus, it's like a low-key punishment for Roy. Real showy stuff. You can't deny Ole Munch has a flair for drama. Seriously, the guy's all about theatrics. Munch is mostly busy pulling Gator around like a human leash, but Dot is in a whole different struggle. After witnessing lawyer Danish Graves get murdered in the last episode, she's struggling for her freedom, somehow managing to slip out of the shed Roy trapped her in. She's out there scavenging for anything she can get her hands on. Dot does a sneaky move, slipping out through a hidden door in the barn. Luckily, things are pretty crazy, so it helps cover her tracks as she makes her initial getaway. Roy Tillman, sensing trouble with the feds, gathers his Patriot pals to defend the ranch. While Dot reaches out to her husband on the phone, Roy's second wife, Karen, tries to mess with her plans. But after a little tussle, Dot gets the upper hand on Karen and calls her influential but chilly mother-in-law, Lorraine, also known as the Queen of Debt. Lorraine assures Dot that a bunch of well-armed help is on the way to Tillman's ranch. Those words make the woman feel a bit better as she is told to hide until the authorities come. She picks the pit where they buried Danish, goes to the windmill that shows the spot, and gets in. Standing there, she's surrounded by Danish's decaying salt-covered body, holding her breath in a pretty nerve-wracking moment. On the surface, Munch and Gator's snowy journey finally brings them to Roy, who isn't exactly a helpful or sympathetic dad when the Sin Eater tosses the boy his way. As Gator begs for help, sharing his fear with his father, Roy is more disgusted and focused on the approaching law enforcement at Tillman Ranch. Roy tells Gator that whatever connection they had is gone, leaving the now blind boy to fend for himself. Meanwhile, Munch appears to disappear, but not really. As Munch drops off a blindfolded Gator at Roy's feet, Dot tries to find safety in the ranch's well. Unfortunately, the well isn't the best hiding spot. 3 of Roy's deputies show up around the makeshift grave. It looks like Dot is trapped with no way out, armed only with what appears to be one of Danish's femur bones. But the person who got her into this mess in the first place, Ole Munch, comes to the rescue. Before pulling her out of the well, Munch shares a bit of wisdom, saying that facing a caged tiger isn't much of a fight. No doubt, Ole Munch's move sets the stage for an intriguing finale. Fargo's latest season, possibly the best in 8 years, sets the stage for an exciting finale. With Ole Munch choosing to set Dot free, there's a chance these two might team up for some payback against their common foe, Roy Tillman. Sam Sproul, the actor behind Ole Munch, thinks his character's choice comes from recognizing Dot as a fellow victim. He's stuck in sin, not by his own doing, Sproul shared with TV Insider, and she's caught in this cycle of violence, also not by her own making. Tied to their pasts, Ole Munch and Dot have an opportunity to wrap things up in the finale of Fargo Season 5.